I just wanted to show you quick my painting technique. I'm doing this dresser, and for large areas I use my Stahlmeister 1 Series number 7. It's super thin, so it doesn't hold a ton of paint, which is really ideal. The bristles are really fine synthetic, which is better than natural bristles when using Fusion mineral paint, because natural bristles hold too much paint and can tend to give you more brush strokes on this type of paint. At least that's what I have found. For the narrow areas, like here on the dresser, I am using my other favorite brush, which is the Stahlmeister Pro Hybrid. It's the one with the green strings. It again has super fine synthetic bristles. I like the number 18 because it fits in my hand really well, and it goes over these narrow areas super great. I love it. Now, for the actual brush strokes on this, on a flat area, I just wanted to show you quick how I do it. And first of all, if you're in an area where it's dry humidity, you might find it beneficial to start by lightly misting with this continuous mister. It's super fine mist. You don't want a lot of water on there or your paint minerals will separate. You'll get weird streaking. So I'm using Chateau. I dip in a little bit. You can see I have a little bit of paint on this side of my brush. I'm not going to go right up against the top for my first stroke, because then all my paint is going to get stuck up there. So I'm going to kind of start down here and then go down, and I can feel the water on there because I've actually misted this twice accidentally because I thought I was filming before and I wasn't. Okay, so you can see, I'm going to do this because, okay, so here you can see as I'm getting my paint on, can you see those lines? That's not ideal. So after I get my paint on, I go back over and really lightly go over it one time. I'm not looking for absolute, yeah, I've got too much water there. I'm not looking for absolute coverage. I'm looking for it to look as smooth as possible. The first coat, I'm not going to get full coverage with Chateau going over a dark brown. So again, just one light coat, and then I go back over what I just painted. One light feathered out. So if I go and I stop, see how that is? That's not ideal. So ideally, I'm just going to feather it and then just lightly feather off the pressure. So the idea of the water, it just kind of helps, just a tiny bit of water on the surface helps to reduce the drag of the brush, and it's really helpful when you're doing a big wide surface. This dresser is pretty rustic, so it's not quite as picky maybe. Okay, so there you go. There's the first coat. Like I said, I'm not looking for full coverage. You can see a few lines here where I was doing a little display before I started recording, and that will cover up with the second coat, hopefully. Ideally, though, it's going to look more like this, where it's much smoother. Oh, I missed a little spot up here. So I just wanted to show you quick the round number 18 Pro Hybrid paintbrush. So I'm just going to use it on this little edge here. Covers really well. It's great for doing smaller areas, detailed areas. You can use it, I mean, you can see it spreads out to probably, it's probably 1.5 inches wide. So you can use it on a little bit wider area. I wouldn't do, like, this is a big wide flat drawer. I'm not going to use it on that. I'm going to use my 1 Series number 7 for that. So in between coats, I have in my Ziploc bag my tray with my 2 brushes, and that will keep it nice and wet until the next coat in maybe about an hour or two.